Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Scott here with Flip and Customize, and today, well, we're kind of starting to get back on the International Loadstar. You remember late, was it summer? Yeah, it was last summer. We picked this up from my buddy Josh, who started this International Loadstar build in his yard as a project vehicle, and he actually took it a lot of the way there. However, he had other priorities and other things going on, and he was unable to, or decided not to finish it, and reached out to me because it fits our theme. And I absolutely freaking fell in love with this thing the moment I saw it. So, well, we had to have it. Did we need another build? No, we did not need another build. But, well, it's an International Loadstar. So with that being said, like, he's done a ton of work to it. It's sitting on like a, I mean, obviously this isn't a big rig truck anymore. The frame has been changed. I think it's a, I could be wrong, Josh will correct me, 58-ish Chevy 1-ton frame is actually what it is. And it's got a small block Chevy in it. The carburetor had a Holley double pumper, 650 on it. It was just in really rough shape. It was puking gas everywhere. We decided to take it off. I'm not going to need the double pumper on this thing for what we're doing. I had a nice, well, we'll get to that, Edlebrock 600 that's just tried and true. It's what's in our shop truck over there. You guys remember our shop truck, not the F600, but the shop truck. Yes, the rat rod. Well, that's the carburetor we have in that one, and that's been a great carburetor. However, I ordered a rebuild kit for it, and Steve, we soon found out that this thing was in wet storage. The carburetor itself, the butterflies are frozen, you name it. Chickens want in on this. Yes, right? Say hi, ladies. Oh, even the ducks are coming over. But he's got, like, it's not gonna take much work. There's always work, and for some reason the door stopped working. But the console's in there. Steve's inside right now actually tearing the carburetor down. We had it soaking and got the butterflies moving again. This door I know opens. There we go. He started making the center console and the shifter. He's got a quick disconnect steering wheel. He's done some of the gauges. He's already done like a lot of this work, which is freaking rad. It still needs work, which is fine. But this is where we come in, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing finished and on the road this summer. I say finished. Okay, let me take that back. Probably not gonna be finished, but on the road this summer. We're gonna be driving it to at least the Bentley's Cruise-In on Tuesdays because, well, they kick ass. And this truck, it's an eye catcher. We all know it. I mean, look at this thing. It's badass. It needs a bumper. I'm actually considered stealing the one off the F600 because there's not much clearance down there. I don't know. What do you think? That's the first question. The next question is, he started building this rad visor right here. Do we leave it patina and let it rust and go with that bumper? It's a fairly clean build, rat rod or not. I'm kind of thinking I like that brushed aluminum look. The visor, we went brushed aluminum, and a bumper, whether we make one or that one, we do the same thing. Powder coat it in something close to that color, and it just kind of has a cleaner look. I'm thinking the black mirrors too, so maybe a black visor. I don't know. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. Well, let's go inside and see. We'll see what Steve has to say about the carburetor. And, well, I can tell you right now, it's nothing good. So let me shut the music off so we don't have that in the background. We'll get Steve's opinion. All right, Steve, he is over here on our Edlebrock 600. I mean, I told him it was basically brand new. It was still in a box. I mean, it has to be new, minus the water damage.
Yeah, minor details.
Why does Steve look so upset all the time? So that's one of the butterflies. A little wire brush, we can take care of that.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to sandblast it because then it's going to put us right back in the situation we're in. We'll shed some light on this bad boy. It clearly needs some work. She's ugly, but the good news is we did get the flappers, the butterflies working on it. The flappers. And looks like you got the choke out as well.
Yeah, because it's frozen, just like everything else was.
I even went ahead and ordered this brand new carburetor kit.
Straight from China.
Straight from China. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, geez, we're working with top-notch stuff. This is a rat rod build after all, and Steve's a professional and a perfectionist, so to do something like this, it's actually killing him right now. That's why his face is like, yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
He'll get it. He'll be fine. This is not a how-to. Steve's over here. He's gonna hammer on this carburetor. I'm doing some powder coating. He is clearly, we're gonna replace some parts. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna get this thing working. We're gonna get it on the International. I don't know if that's gonna happen in this video, but that's the next steps. Get it on there and get it running, get some fuel to this thing, get this thing running and play with the timing. At the very least, we're gonna get this carburetor rebuilt. All right, it's actually, we're late March right now, and it's been mild. It's been a fairly mild winter, as you can see up here in Maine. There's no snow on the ground. That's about to change. We've uncovered everything, just like everybody has. We're talking about getting the Loadstar on the road and getting working on that, which we should have been in all winter, but, well, is what it is. Well, guess what? There's gonna be like 8 to 10 inches of snow here overnight, tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, like probably more snow than we've had in a month. So that's gonna put everything back, with everybody peeling their vehicles out and getting their summer stuff getting going, because we do that in Maine. We get sick of winter and you just like, well, I'm gonna dig out my project, and you just want to be done with it. So, you know, we got, I didn't put the S10 in summer mode yet, which are the wheels and and get rid of the cap. And honestly, I'm thinking about lowering that another inch as well. Instead of the 3.4, go with a 4.5. I'd love to do bags, but it's not in the budget. All right, Steve's gone to pick up pizza. This thing's a lot worse than I actually thought it was, but we'll get it. And you're asking, why do we go with an Edlebrock instead of the Holly? Well, it's simple. Once you get it on the machine, once you get it on your vehicle or the machine, whatever you're putting it on, it works good. And yes, this was on a boat. All right, Steve, update. It's actually looking pretty damn good, buddy. Cleaned up the original floats because the ones I got them sucked. Yes. And they didn't fit worth, you know, they just didn't fit worth beans. So he's got the body cleaned up, and we're installing some new parts and cleaning up some old parts and using a little of both because, well, it's gonna be okay. Right, Steve?
Sure.
Okay, it's been like 10 hours. Steve left late. We got the carburetor all done. I did mention it was gonna snow last night. I'm not kidding. It's been like 10 hours. Yeah, it's a little bit different of a scene. Now, I could pop this hood. Steve was supposed to come over today, and we were going to kind of dig this out, maybe push it in, and get the carburetor on. That ain't going to happen now. I'm sorry. It's snowing. It's cold. I freaking hate winter. I'll check back in. Probably tomorrow will be 60 and sunny again. Then we'll get the carburetor on. I mean, you got to love Maine. Literally, when they say, like, if you don't like the weather, stay tuned, it'll change. Well, that's the real deal up here. The good news is the snow is gone. It's only been a few days. But it's literally been raining now for like 3 days. Steve's gonna come over tonight, and we're gonna probably try to throw this carburetor on this thing and try to get it running. I don't know if that'll happen or not. We're gonna wait for the weather and see what happens. I have the battery right here. It's been sitting for like, I don't know, 8 months. So I'm gonna throw that on the charger. It'd be nice to get it inside the shop. I don't know if I can do that here by myself and steer it and pull it, and that could be a disaster. The tires are flat. We'll have to see what the weather's gonna do. It'd be nice if it breaks. I think it might break. But anyway, let me check back with you. I'm gonna throw this on the charger and see if we can't get this process going. All right, it stopped raining, but it's like freaking 40 degrees and raw. I'm pretty sure we're gonna bring this inside, so I'm gonna get the old air line out here and see if we can't get some air in these tires, because, well, I think it'll reach. I hope it'll reach. Check this thing out. Yeah, she's flat. Put a little air in that bad boy. Yeah, that's the duck shoe here. Oh, don't mind that. Let me see if I can't set you down. Ah, stay. Hopefully it takes air. Oh. Hi, chickens and duckies. What are we doing? Huh? Chickens, duckies? It's never a dull moment here, I gotta tell you. But it's fun having the farm near and around the shop, and having all the animals and stuff hanging out with us, so that's cool too. I guess we'll see if it rolls now. All right, good news. The battery is charged. And Steve showed up. I think we're gonna try and pull the International in, take out the customer vehicle we have over there and get it inside, because it's just crappy and chilly. It's gonna be getting dark soon, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And I told you Steve's here. Steve is here. We're gonna make this happen, bud. All right, guys, we're playing vehicle shuffle. We got the four-wheeler out here. We got the old Grizzly out here. This thing's a beast. I love this machine. And we have a path to the shop. So I think we'll tie it someplace underneath here. I don't know where. This thing is so freaking low. On the front axle, I guess. and we'll hopefully it's in neutral still. The driver's door for some reason is not opening. And we'll at least get it close to the door where we can square it up and push it in, I guess. Should be some spot. There we go. Oh yeah. All right, so as soon as we get in it, turn it, can't turn the wheel, the steering shaft's binding, so we'll fix it with a hammer and a chisel. So basically, obviously our angles are off in this. It's one of the things we have to fix. We're gonna try and tap that on a little further to try to prevent some of the binding on there. So, see if we can not take the collar off. All right, so because it was binding so much there, we just dropped the shaft right off. So we're just gonna kind of manhandle these wheels as we're pulling it into the shop. And luckily we don't have to go far, so it shouldn't be too bad, I hope. This has proven to be a little more difficult than we expected it to be, but it is moving now. All right, the good news is we got it in the shop. The bad news is that was way more effort than I thought. And the steering is, we got something going on with the steering box. I'm not sure if it's an angle issue or it's a box issue, but as soon as we disconnected the steering box from the rest of the truck, lo and behold, the box seems to work okay, but we'll get to that. It's more important that we see if this thing will run. So we need dinner and then we'll mess with it. All right, we're in the shop. Steering is now disconnected. Steve's got the carburetor on. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Hard to get around. We got it's actually got an electric fuel pump on it and stuff, so we're gonna do some finagling and mess around with a little bit of this, check our fuel pressure, and once we get it running, so I'm confident it's gonna run, maybe play with the timing a little bit. All right, we're gonna cut the fuel line right there. Give it a little snippy snip.
Want pickles on yours too?
Like that. All right, I was just gonna throw the hose on the carburetor and send it, but this thing's been sitting so long, I think we're gonna spuge a little bit of gas, and I actually believe he put high test in this thing, into a can and just see what we got. We'll fire it up with the battery in this thing before we just throw this thing full of like old crap gas. So let's put some fuel into a can, see what we got. All right, my buddy Josh, he did a killer job. Like the battery box is all in here, did the cross members to support it. It's way overkill, but it's awesome. So we're just gonna throw this bad boy in here, get it snugged down. I can't talk today. I'm just excited to get this thing in here and be working on it. So we'll have the battery here. Like I said, we'll spooge some fuel and see if we get the go-go juice that doesn't look like turpentine or anything nasty. So we'll see. All right, got Steve manning the bottle. I'm gonna start throwing switches. Oh shit, I can't get in this side. So here's our kill switch. Don't tell anybody. Okay, I'm turning it on.
Yep.
Okay, truck is on, we got power. I got this red looking switch. Try this one, ready?
Yep.
Ooh, that's gauge lights. I think that's the lights.
Light? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not those. No, just the gauge lights.
Well, they must. Ah, okay. Okay, let's try that next one.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I just killed everything when I did that.
I'll at least leave that in.
The wiring's a little questionable. We didn't have any go, so I'm not really sure what happened, but we're gonna check the disconnect. All right, so that disconnect clearly doesn't go anywhere. So scratch that idea. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Apparently the line runs. Yeah, it goes right past it. Look at that. And Houston, we found the fuse box. I'm thinking that we should have invited Josh over here tonight. He's the previous owner. Probably could have helped us out with the wiring part of it anyway, and figuring some of this out. So I guess we'll look for some blown fuses. If not, we're gonna go to the starter, because I feel like the feed from the starter may be our problem. These all look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's feed off the starter. All right, so sometimes it's the most obvious thing, and we actually had a loose ground way back here where it ties into the chassis, and boom, now we have power in the cab again. All right, first switch.
Yep. Yep.
That was fuel.
That's it. Keep going.
Keep it going.
Stop. We got a leak.
A leak?
A little one.
All right, hold on, let me shut her down. Let me shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut it down. All right, found a bad fitting. The fuel line, the AN fittings basically fell apart. So we're kind of redoing this one right here. Take care of a leak, and or it's not getting fuel either. So I think there's some crap in the tank. Gonna put some pressure back in here and kind of blow the shit back into the tank. So, well, you know, we can get fuel again. All right, so I've been laying under the truck because, well, I think we found a clogged fuel filter, and that's pretty nasty. So we'll go ahead and take this apart and give it a little cleaning, and hopefully that's our problem. I hope. All right, found our problem. Good call on the fuel filter, Steve. Can you actually see in there?
Tilt it up towards the light just a little bit. Yeah, you can start seeing some oil. Yep.
Oh yeah, she's clogged solid, Bob.
Well.
Oh damn.
You know what we'll be doing? Actually, Scott will be doing. It's about time I actually get to film him, and he does the crap work.
This guy cleaning.
Yeah, clean it, buddy.
There we go. Look at this. What's for dinner? It actually cleaned up pretty well. Get a hit with a little brake clean now, and I think we're back in business. Take 3. We go again, Steve. All right. I don't know if you guys can see through the hole in the dash like I can, but here you go. There's Steve's hand, fuel line, and power. Ready?
Yep.
Probably take a few.
Oh yeah, dude.
Good flow now, Bob?
Oh yeah.
Holy shoot.
Yeah. I shut up.
That's not Coke, people. That's some pretty nasty fuel, but we're about to find out if it'll run on this nasty fuel. What do you think? I think it's gonna run, Steve.
I think I'll do something.
All right, guys, update. So after a whole bunch of troubleshooting and cleaning of lines and filters and everything else, I blew a glove out. No. It actually ended up being the bypass. We think the return line to the tank had a clog in it. As you saw, the filter was very clogged. We think the return line as well was clogged. Therefore, this was not going into bypass, the regulator, so it wasn't dumping fuel back to the tank, and it was just pushing full fuel right through our little carb there. So we're ready to fire this up, I think. You think?
No.
No, we're not. Okay, never mind.
We're close.
We're close. Just because we've had all the luck in the world today, we're gonna put this thing right here. Because I like my shop. I like to keep it. Okay. All right, so we have power on, start button, and push. Whoa, that sounded aggressive. Again?
Yep.
This is what happened at this house, too.
Really?
Did they say the time is way off?
Anyone ever know what you do if you suspect hydro lock the engine because your regulator doesn't work?
Because we did it.
You turn the engine over backwards, you know why? Because you may have just a wee bit of fuel in there. And rolling over backwards, your exhaust valve will open while the piston's going up. So you'll be all set. Tech tip.
Steve must have confidence. He's opening the door because he thinks it's going to start. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Try this again.
Yep.
Now that we dumped the fuel out of the header. Ooh.
And there's a lot more that came out too.
Really? All right, try.
Let's get forced out, right?
Try again.
Try it again.
Okay, it started in gear. Now remember, this is a rat rod. There's no safety switches, and I almost ran Steve over again. No, I didn't run him over, but we caught it before it built pressure, and now we identified a neutral. So we're good. It's idling a little high. We'll turn the idle down, and we'll get a better running video here.
Got to retard it a little bit more.
Retard it?
Yeah. Okay. I'll hold this.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Other way. A little bit more. A little bit more. Like that. That's safe. Yo. Fire.
All right, guys, so success. Steve, success, buddy. We were able to nail this thing out. We got it running. Don't get me wrong, it needs a ton of work, and we're finding more things as we go, but that's fine, because guess what? At the end of the day, it is a rat rod. It's a rat rod build, and we're already got a whole bunch of ideas brewing, super excited. We will be driving this thing to shows this summer. It may not be done. It may not be safe, but we'll be driving it to shows this summer. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with us. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, Scott and Steve, Flipping Customized.
Welcome to my party.